Hello?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I mean, I'm living in here. Feel me? Taking
Welcome
it day
to
by day.
welcome to the show, bro. Chop it up with Nice. My name Nice. You hear me?
Yep.
Uh, what's your name? Can you state your full name, ID number, and where you from?
My name's David C. Donaldson, S16470.
Okay. Where you from?
I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois.
Okay. How long you been incarcerated?
Uh, on this bit right here, I've been gone eight months.
8 months.
Yep.
You describe your neighborhood as a kid?
My neighborhood as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm a Syrian. My ethnicity is Syrian, and I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood in East St. Louis, and it was just it was you know it it's just one of them neighborhoods where you gotta either step up or step down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You gotta take what you can get out of it. It was a good neighborhood as far as I'm concerned. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I learned a lot from my neighborhood and the surroundings that it had, and the fruitfulness from it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. You say how old are you?
I'm 41.
Are you 41? And you been gone. You say you've been gone 8 months. So this is your first case.
Yeah, on this case I've been gone 8 months. I got over 20 in though.
Over 20 years, so you got previous cases as far as before this case.
Yep.
What are some of the things you were seeing like growing up, like outside of your neighborhood?
What were some of the things I was seeing?
Yeah, like growing up, like outside of your neighborhood, like as you say, like it was peaceful for like it was a good
No, it
neighborhood,
was just
right?
plentiful. Like my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm from East St. Louis. It's just, you know what I'm saying? We got it's just another hood that's got the same thing going on as every other hood, just like Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like we got trappers, we got, it's the concrete Congo. You know what I'm saying? Is what we call
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's going down, and some nights it's decent, some nights it's not. But when I would travel outside of the neighborhood, you got them suburbs where you got the nice American dream family, the white picket fences, and we didn't have that in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We had to earn everything we had. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying? We a town of go-getters. You know,
did you see
just how it is.
any act of violence in your neighborhood like coming up?
Yeah, I mean, all there's always acts of violence. You know what I'm saying? When there's a struggle for power, there's always acts for violence.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
You know what I'm
Uh
saying? When drugs are involved, there's always acts of violence.
huh.
You know how it, you know what I'm
Descri-
saying?
describe describe your school experience as a kid. Like, did you graduate?
Yeah, I wound up graduating. I graduated pretty much. I had a scholarship to play ball, and I messed it up because I wanted to be in the street. I'd rather have been a hood faker
Basketball or
than a
football?
baseball.
Oh, baseball.
Yep,
Oh yeah, so you was good at baseball, huh?
yep. I had a full ride to UCLA, and I decided I wanted to be a hood star, not a baseball star.
Right. So what? Like it was like role models you was looking up to. That's why you picked that route.
I mean, yeah, most definitely. I glorified people that, you know what I'm saying, that was out there in it. I wanted to be like that, and there was no changing my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't regret any of the choices that I made by no means. Would
Right.
I change a little bit of them? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Would I went a different route? Most definitely. But the choices that I made me to be the man that I am today. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
Uh, and
So
and and for that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, life's all about choices, and it's the choices that we make that dictate our character and our future. You know what I'm saying?
right. How was your teachers and like your support system? Like they was behind you.
The teachers was good. I mean, I was a smart adolescent. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Uh
made
huh.
pretty good grades. Um, my teachers loved me. I was, you know what I'm saying? I made sure that I made sure that, you know what I'm saying, I did all my homework and I did everything that to get my grades and everything up right, because I had intentions of fully going to college and playing ball, but I wound up catching a federal indictment.
Right. You said as far as
That's
on a federal indictment, like what they was like looking for you for.
well, 7 counts of counterfeiting U.S. currency and 3 counts of CCE
Okay.
is what I copped to.
What also you copped out?
Well, I mean, at trial it came down from 20 to 8, so I mean I had to take it. You know,
Right. Okay.
240
Okay.
months or 96 months. You know, it's just,
So what was the police like in your neighborhood?
I mean, it's crooked as a motherfucker. You know, if the price was right, you was gone. You know what I'm saying? You was
Yeah.
golden. Yeah.
Man,
If
that's crazy.
the price was right, you was golden. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't right, you was behind them bars. That's just the
Right.
way it was. Unfortunately, that was the
So
reality of our
basically,
situation in the hood.
you saying you could have bought your way out of it, basically.
Sometimes you could. Now when the Secret Service get involved, you can't.
Right.
But you know, as far as the local police, you could. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh. How did the police treat you? Like.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a young Thundercat, and they just came in and nailed me. You know what I'm saying? I had
Okay.
just came home from doing some county time, and they came and got me when I was 17, the day after I came home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was no getting it, you know what I'm saying? And then I went away, the day I turned 18, I went away for like 7 years and a month, like 89 months.
Right. So you said 8. You said what was the time again? My bad.
Well, you know, the feds go by months, so I went away for 89 months. I was only supposed to do like 77 months, but I did 89. And then I came home for like 3 months and went back for another year and a day.
Okay. So like, did they like make you feel safe or not? Like, what not in your neighborhood? Like, as you say, like
I mean,
shit, like if the price is right, you know what I'm saying? But like, did they make
yeah,
you
I mean,
feel
if the
safe?
price, I mean, it's never safe
Like, if you can, so
you
you
know,
could never call
because they
on
can
them,
take you
basically.
out. Yeah, you can't. I would never call on them for anything, ever. You know what I'm saying?
Uh
I'm
huh.
one of them people, you know, street justice is the best justice.
Okay.
You know, they come, they always try to put that pressure on you in the box, bro. And that's whenever you can't bend and fold, you know. They come in, they lie to you, they tell you all kinds of crazy stuff, tell you that they got your mans telling on you, your homie telling on you, this and that, when they really ain't got nothing, they're just fishing.
Uh huh.
You got to be smarter than them, you know. And like my brother always told me, every now and then, you know what I'm saying, we get lucky as hell, but every now and then they get lucky too and catch a break and got a rat, cheese-eating bastard, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I knew what it was, you know what I'm saying? I just told them I wanted my lawyer, and then they still try to press me. Even after you tell them you want your attorney, they still try to press you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like once you say you want your attorney, there should be no question asked. It's just, everything should stop, all that, and then they try to like, well, if you want to say anything, we'll turn the camera off and we'll talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Lawyer, lawyer, lawyer.
I ask you, did you have any witnesses on your case?
Do I have any what?
Did you have any witnesses on your case?
No, I had 96 confidential informants on my case.
96.
Yeah.
So basically, 96 of them people was working with the police against you.
Most definitely getting paid to work with them.
Right.
Down where I'm at, they pay. They glorify being an informant and being a rat, and they pay them money to do that.
Mhm.
And that's the problem with society today, is they glorify it so much, and they make it known that, hey, we'll pay you, and they make it seem like it's okay, and it's not.
Damn. So how has your
I mean, it's affected. It's affected my family drastically, because, you know what I'm saying, I've spent 20 years away from my kids, you know what I'm saying, and this time I'll never get back with them, you know what I'm saying, but whenever I first started doing time, I explained to them. I said, to live the lifestyle that we live, Dad does what he does, and he may have to go sit down for a while. And to a point, they understood that, but to another point, I got 9 daughters, so it was hard leaving nine baby girls behind and raising them from prison to prison sentence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like, do you talk to them often, like on a day-to-day basis?
Most definitely. I talk to all of them.
Okay. Is there anything you want to like say to them right now since you're on the interview?
I just want to let them all know that Dad loves them and Dad's gonna be home soon. That they can't hold me forever.
Okay. You say you got 9 of them.
Yeah, well, I got 9 daughters and I got 2 sons, so I got 11 altogether.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And you finna say something before that though, before I cut you off.
But I met KT in here about 5 months ago, and then he's doing good putting everybody on this thing. I think this is a good idea to get out, especially so everybody knows what it's like going in here to try to help the youth not offend to come into this situation.
Right. And you say how long you known Curtis Weekly?
About 4 to 5 months because they took me out of the program because I got a warrant and moved me over here to population.
Okay, how y'all relationship been as far as like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's straight. He's been looking out, and I do everything I can do to try to help him. He does everything to try to help me.
Okay, so it's like a little brotherhood.
Yep. We all tight little net in here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I ain't trying to cut you short. But they just called for us to lock up. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bro. I'm gonna catch you on the rebound again, bro. Nice chopping up with you, Dave.
Yep. Nice chopping up with you.